Oh, I got you. All right, so we almost at the mud. We got, you got your girder over there on the outside. That's the outside post. We are not framing that in until my boss figures out where she wants to put the steps. I'd rather just get everything else done that I can. We'll get these joists over here ran. Got a box around that water heater. But once we get these joists, probably tomorrow we'll have the joist. We'll start running boards. We're doing this in stages. We got a lot of footings. Thing's gonna be pretty solid. They want to put a jacuzzi up on top of this. But I've only done 2 decks on my own. A smaller one, 10 by 5, and this is 15 by 20, so it's quite a jump up. But I figured that instead of running string lines and doing all that for the batter boards, we just temporary support from the ledger. You see that ledger on the wall. We got that thing screwed in with lag screws every 2 foot, and it's got a sill under there, a 4-inch sill. So we got them screwed on the bottom, and then on the top we can only hit the studs. I didn't want to put lag screws in the studs, so I just put, you know, carpenter screws, deck screws in there. And then, but if we support those girders on the end with a temporary support pole just outside of where our footing would be, and, you know, put a rack brace, a lateral rack brace on the edge, that would allow us to, you know, get our measurement here and connect this one. 16 foot is not going to go all the way, but we'll splice one, put a temp support, and then we'll go ahead and get our diagonal this way. And the thing with the problem that was really messing me up was this water heater. I could not, at least by myself, I could not get a diagonal measurement both ways. So it messed up my square a little bit. I'm thinking this thing may be a little out of square, but not, I mean, I really paid attention to the math and made sure that even if it was off, it was not enough to be significant. I'm pretty paranoid about that. So, but and then for these in the middle, same difference. We just, you know, pull an equal measurement on both sides, tack that one in, put a support up under here, and get a rack brace in there, put a string line to get it in line, tie it off a few, you know, probably every third. That way we could drop our plumb bob. We drop a plumb bob down, and depending, these ones in the middle, I notch these because I'd rather them set on top of the actual lumber rather than just lag screwed up. Just a personal preference. But the ones on the edge, I did not do that because I wanted full support of that post all the way up, so it'd have strength in the handrail. And I'm just going to lag screw those into the girder. But that really eliminates a lot of, I mean, we can, if you do it that way, it allows you to already start to frame from the beginning. And the string lines, you may need that for some applications, but in something like this, you don't really need it. Just temporary posts, get everything up, start putting things together, and then you can square it all off. Because I mean, it's if you cut your dimensions to what they're supposed to be, it's gonna add up, and then you just rack the difference out of it. Even if it's a little bit whatever, it ain't gonna be no whatever. It's gonna be right. So, and then we're using the plumb bob. It's very accurate to drop. I made a little jig for like on the outside corners. You know, I got a little block. It's 1.5 inches, and then 1 3/4 inches on, and then I have a little 1/4 inch extra, and I make a notch. That way I could put that block flush on this edge and this edge. Put a clamp here, and then drape that plumb bob right, and it's going to give me exactly the middle point of where I need to put my J-bolt down on the bottom. So I'm learning this as I go, but if I cut those out ahead of time, I can go ahead and put those in with the clamps. You know, once we get these girders in place, I'll just put those in the corner and get the corners already, you know, where they need to go so we could dig the footings and everything. I think would save 2 days like that, instead of coming in here and putting batter boards in, running string lines. How many times you trip on the string and have to come back and fix it. It's just not, you can't do that in every situation, obviously, but it's starting to rain. But in this one, see right there, I got me a little jig right there, just holding the plumb bob in place. And I'm falling down here. There's my J-bolt. We're messy. This is the underneath part, so. All right, there you go. Just wanted to record that. All you future deck builders, save y'all a little bit of time.